Okay, this is the problem using chi-square test. Use the chi-square test with alpha value, alpha is equal to 0.05, to test for whether the data given are uniformly distributed. Okay, the test uses n value is equal to 10, that is small n value is equal to 10, that is total number of classes here is 10. Okay, the test uses n equal to 10 intervals of equal length, that is namely 0.0 comma 0.1, that is one interval. Next interval is 0.1 to 0.2, that is another interval. Next is 0.09 to 1.0, this is another interval. Okay, like that we'll be having 10 number of intervals: 0 to 0.1, 0.1 to 0.2, 0.2 to 0.3, 0.3 to 0.4, 0.4 to 0.5, 0.5 to 0.6, 0.7 to 0.8, 0.9 to 0.10. Okay, these are the 10 intervals will be there. So the small letter n is equal to 10 they have given. Okay, now the given values for alpha is alpha equal to 0.05 and n value is equal to n equal to 10. Okay, and total number of observations given. Okay, the observations will be given like this observations will be given in the question itself. Okay, here the total number of observations they have given as 100 observations. Okay, 100 numbers. So the capital N value is equal to 100. Okay, EI is equal to n divided by small n. Capital N is total number of observations, that is 100. 100 divided by n. N is the n value is given in the question, that is 10. Okay, that is nothing but number of intervals, or we can say it is number of classes. Okay, here we have number of intervals are 10. Okay, so 100 divided by 10, we will get EI value is equal to 10. Okay, and for the value of x naught square is compared with the critical value, that is x naught square alpha comma n minus 1 value. With this value, we will be calculating the x naught square value. Okay, here this x naught square alpha value will be given in the question. Okay, that is x naught square 0.05 comma 9 is equal to 16.9. Usually in the problem statement itself, they will give you the question number. They will give you the x naught x alpha square value will be given. Okay, if you want to check it manually in the textbook, in textbook we can refer that in appendix page they will give that chi-square distribution table with n minus 1 degree of freedom. Okay, the table will be given there. By using the alpha value we can find the x alpha square values. Okay, and usually in exam the question itself they will give the x alpha square value, that is x 0.05 square value as 16.9, like that they will give in the problem. For this value we need to compare the x naught square value, which we are going to compute it now. Okay, so to find the x naught square value, how do we find the x naught square value? The formula is sigma xi y minus ei whole square divided by ei. Okay, so first they have given total number of intervals are, we'll write in this tabular form. Total number of intervals they have told us that it is 10 intervals, 1 to 10. Okay, the interval range is given in the question, that is 0.0 to 0.1, 0.1 to 0.2, 0.2 to 0.3, 0.3 to 0.4, 0.4 to 0.5, 0.5 to 0.6, 0.6 to 0.7, 0.7 to 0.8, 0.8 to 0.9, 0.9 to 1.0. Okay, these are the interval range. Okay, now we need to find the OI value, EI value, okay, to compute this x naught square value. That is, x naught square value will be computed by using OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. Okay, so first we'll find the OI value. OI value is nothing but number of observations within that class. Okay, here the class is 0.0 to 0.1. In 0.0 to 0.1, how many observations are there within this range? How many observations are there in the given observation? Okay, here the values between the 0.0 to 0.1, how many numbers are there, that we need to count it and write it. Okay, so in between 0.0 to 0.1, what values comes? We'll see in this first row now. Here we have 0.0 to 0.1. So here we have one value. Okay, that is 1. We will count it. Okay, this is one value which comes in between the range of 0.0 to 0.1. Okay, that is 0.02. This is one value. Next, here we have another value within the range 0.0 to 0.1, and we have here another value, that is 2. Now okay, here we have another value. Okay, here we have another value. Okay, here we have one value, and here we have one value. Okay, here one value. Here one value. Here one value. Here one value. Okay, now see total number of observations within the range 0.0 to 0.1. Okay, 0.0 to 0.1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have one more value which we missed it. Okay, total it is 8 numbers will come within this range 0.0 to 0.1. We'll see once again. Yeah, here. Okay, we have 8 observations within the range of 0.0 to 0.1. Okay, always the one value should be included in the first class itself, because we have the class they have given like this. You can see the brackets. This is the open bracket. This is one closed curved bracket closed. Okay, so in next first interval we need to consider the 0.1 also. Okay, in next time, next observation, next class, we should not consider 0.1. Okay, we'll see here the within the range of 0.0 to 0.1 we have 8 observations, that is this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we'll write here the OI value as 8. Okay, now we need to find the OI value within the range of 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, 0.1 to 0.2 also we have 8 values. Okay, 0.1 to 0.2, that is 0.11. Okay, not 0.1 you should not include here in the 0.1 to 0.2 range. Okay, 0.0 to 0.1 range we need to include the 0.1. Okay, so that's what here we have included the 0.1. So we should not include this in next class. Okay, so, this next class will have the values of 0.11 to 0.2. Okay, within this range what are the values are there, all that values will be counted here. Okay, that will get OI value will get 8 here, and within the range of 0.2 to 0.3 we have 10 OI values. Okay, OI value count is 10 within the range of 0.2 to 0.3. Next 0.3 to 0.4 we have 9 values. 0.4 to 0.5 we have 12 values. 0.5 to 0.6 we have 8 values. 0.6 to 0.7 we have 10 values. Next 0.7 to 0.8 we have 14 values. 0.8 to 0.9 we have 10 values. 0.9 to 1.0 we have 11 values. Okay, this is the OI value, and we have calculated the EI value. EI value is nothing but capital N divided by small n. Capital N is total number of observations. Here the total number of observations are 100 divided by small n. Small n is number of classes, that is 10. 100 by 10 will get 10. So we will write for EI value for the all the intervals as 10. So we'll write 10 here. Okay, now we'll calculate OI minus EI. Okay, OI is 8 minus EI, that is 2. So we will get minus 2. Next, for this interval, OI minus EI is 8 minus 10. We will get minus 2. Next, for this interval, OI minus EI, that is 10 minus 10, will get 0. 9 minus 10, we will get minus 1. 12 minus 10 will get 2. 8 minus 10 will get minus 2. 10 minus 10 will get 0. 14 minus 10 will get 4. 10 minus 10 will get 0. 11 minus 10 will get 1. This is OI minus EI. So now we'll find OI minus EI whole square. That is this value's square. Okay, minus 2 whole square, it is 4, right? Next, minus 2 whole square, it is 4. 0 whole square is 0. Minus 1 whole square is 1. 2 whole square is 4. Minus 2 whole square is 4. 0 whole square is 0. 4 whole square is 16. 0 whole square is 0. 1 whole square is 1. Okay, we have calculated here OI minus EI whole square. Now we'll substitute this in this formula, that is OI minus EI whole square by EI. That is 4 divided by EI value, that is 10. 4 by 10 we will get 0.4. Next 4 by 10 we will get 0.4. 0 by 10 we will get 0. 1 by 10 we will get 0.1. 4 by 10 we will get 0.4. 4 by 10 we will get 0.4. Next 0 by 10 it is 0. 16 by 10 we will get 1.6. 0 by 10 we will get 0.0. 1 by 10 we will get 0.1. Okay. The sum of all the intervals OI minus EI whole square by EI is nothing but X naught square value. So we will add these all the values OI minus EI whole square by EI values. That is 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.0 plus 0.1 plus 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.0 plus 1.6 plus 0.0 plus 0.1. We will get 3.4. Okay. So now the x naught square value is 3.4 we have got. Now this x naught square value should be compared with x alpha square value, which will be given in the problem. Okay, that is 16.9. This x naught square value is compared with the critical value, that is x alpha square value, that is 16.9. And always x naught square value should be less than or equal to x alpha square value. Okay. So since x naught square is much smaller than the tabulated values of x naught x alpha square value, so the value is accepted, right? X naught square value is less than or equal to x alpha square value. Okay, 3.4 is less than or equal to 16.9. It is correct, true. So the value is accepted. Okay, the null hypothesis of uniform distribution is not rejected. The value is accepted. The null hypothesis of a uniform distribution is not rejected. Like this, we need to do the chi-square test. Okay, in chi-square test, we need to find the x naught square value, and that x naught square value we need to compare with x alpha square value. Always that x naught square value should be less than or equal to x alpha square value. Then only the given values are accepted. Okay. Like this, we need to solve the chi-square problem, chi-square test problem.